Joined by Hofstra coach Seth Tierney following the game against Drexel. Coach, your thoughts on today's contest?
Yeah, just disappointing. Disappointing on how we performed. Hats off to Drexel. They played well. It was a big game for us in regards to the journey into the CAA conference tournament, and just disappointing on our execution on both sides of the ball and at the face-off X, especially early in the game.
Yeah, you mentioned the face-off X, and the ride seems to cause a little problems there.
Yeah, I don't know what we got here. 16 of 20, 4 failed clears, probably bowl in the first half. Yeah, we cleared, a little bit of an adjustment. Second half, we cleared the ball 100%. But it's just, again, the first half, 2 weeks in a row now, it's just too big of a hole, right? I don't know what last week was, but I think we were down by 5 or 6, and then 5 or 6 today, right? 9-3, 6 today. And, and then they come out and they get the first one of the third quarter. It's a difficult scenario when you're scrapping at the face-off X. You're in need of possessions, and you just don't have enough. So you have to take some chances, and then those chances turn into possible turnovers, and we have to put ourselves in a better position to win the game all the way through the game, and not just in the second half.
How do you kind of get to the next step in the process and get ready for the next games? Obviously, you have a non-conference game coming up, but then the next conference games.
Yeah, so the non-conference game against Yale on Tuesday is a quick turnaround, obviously, right? It'll give us an opportunity to play, which we probably need, against a really good opponent in Yale. I thought we played really well against them last year and came up a little bit short. So we'll go up there on Tuesday. We'll have a day off on Wednesday, and we'll practice Thursday and Friday it's a huge conference game versus Hampton, right? And it is, it's just one of those things where the CAA, you got to just get those conference wins. You only play teams once. It's not like other sports where maybe you play a team home and away or things like that. You only got one shot at it, and that's why these last 2 weeks have stung us a little bit after getting off to a 3-0 start. I'm sure the conference and you guys will work out, the scenarios of what takes place as we move closer towards the end of the season. Who could be this, who could be that, and we go from there.
Coach, obviously a lot of shots today, but not as many hit in the net as usual. Yeah. Did you find it was a shot selection issue, or did you feel it was a Drexel defense?
I do. Maybe not. I think the shots we took, and again, that is like that stat is very deceiving, because I think we did take some deep ones, and I thought we took some bad angle ones, whether they were at the end of a shot clock or we just thought we could take those, and they ended possessions. Their goalie made some saves, they got up and out, and again, they felt like they were a step ahead of us. So I would love a good shot stat and not total shots. And again, I'll do that when I watch the film.
And I just want to ask about, what was the Drexel defense doing today? Obviously, they were sliding on very high in your offensive third, but what were they doing today that made your lives difficult on offense?
Yeah, they put a short stick on Anthony Malika, so that takes out of what we do a little bit. And then they just did a really good job in our 2-man game with Trevor Natalie, and obviously taking away his left hand. And we were short stick hunting a little bit. I did think we got a couple, from your last question, we got a couple of decent looks. I think Borgatis maybe in the second half. We got a little bit of a dunk from Rory. It would have been a huge goal, and kudos to the goalie, right? And credit to Drexel. And those are the ones that we need to put away. We did have a few of those. They were all not bad shots. Obviously, we scored 6, and we probably could have gotten to 10 or 11 if we finished the ball. But it's the other side of the ball as well. We can't let teams get to 14. You can't rely on scoring 15 to win games.
Thank you, Coach.
Got it.